Right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Taurians, I thought let's go ahead and get a storytelling out for you guys. I didn't get to do very many zodiacs at all today, but you were scheduled, and I wanted to at least try to get done what I still could as the night ends. All right, so Taurus, we start with a Six of Wands. Now, obviously, we have kind of like a sunrise over the mountains backdrop, and so I'm hoping that we have kind of newer, fresher energy, especially considering we're coming through that full moon. Hey, hey, AC, thank you for being here again, love. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is all about success. It's about personal empowerment. Now, sometimes this particular Six of Wands has much to do with arrogance, though, as well. Ginger Montague, hi, babe. Let's see. We got the Prince of Wands. Okay, so hang on. We may not be having such a happy little tale because if somebody is just thinking that they are the hottest thing that ever walked this planet, and they're like, oh, I'm hearing that song, No Diggity. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I like to bag it up. Okay, and here's Taurus. Somebody really wants Taurus. They could be a fire sign or they're just coming across as like sizzling, smoking hot. Um, they do not have to be a fire sign, but they are somebody who might really like to show off their biceps or masculine or feminine. They may like to show their bod just a little bit. They may think that they are extremely attractive. And the thing that is a little bit, and forgive me that I'm going to say this is a little bit comical, is that they ain't nothing next to Taurus. Taurus is a full blown queen, okay? The knights, they don't, they're pretty, but they don't have the quality of the kings and the queens. And maybe it's just me because I tend to like, come on, I'm going to be 45 this year. So to me, I like that more mature age bracket. My age or 20 years older is kind of more what I find attractive. But no matter where I was in my age brackets, I've always liked my age or a lot older. And it just kind of seems like this is somebody who is sure that they can captivate Taurus. And they're nuts about Taurus. They're bold. I mean, this could be somebody younger than Taurus by a couple of years or something, or they're younger soul than Taurus. They got great taste. They know that they want Taurus, but I do think that they think that they're very attractive. And they may be, but my point of saying is they Taurus might be like, oh, I mean, sure, you're pretty, but you're pretty for somebody else. Like I'm sorry, but I'm looking for something a little different, a little older. I don't know though. We do have the Three of Pentacles. I do not mean this to sound like Taurus is being insulting toward them. But listen, this person has so much ego. But again, that could be wonderful. That makes them bold. That makes them empowered. Like I said, this person has great taste, but they definitely have a bit of a chip on their shoulder. But maybe they need that to propel them forward, in life. Like having some arrogance, having some pride, that is not a bad thing. In fact, it's what makes, people go after what they want. So it can be wonderful. But there is just this little bit of like Taurus might actually consent to like deal with them, but I still see Taurus looking at them like you're kind of a younger soul than me. Now, maybe they are the same age as Taurus, but they come across as a younger soul. I know I keep getting this image of somebody who's like 30s, 40s, and this person could be like mid 20s, mid 30s or something, could be like a decade difference. And on one hand, I mean, who cares? Age is just a number. On the other hand, maturity is what I'm looking at. And they're a knight and Taurus is a queen. So that's why I'm talking about young soul. It doesn't have to be age related, but it is mentality related at the moment. But everybody can grow. Look, there is something really special about this person, though, and even Taurus does think that too. I do like the fact that they're so nuts about Taurus. And you got to give it to them. They may have some serious charisma. They got the Riz going on. and they are not shy about approaching Taurus. And if Taurus is like, I'll talk to this person, but it could actually be that maybe they're going to surprise Taurus. I mean, we do have the Magician. Tell me about this Magician energy. Is it that they could potentially become very much more mature, or they could, I don't know, Four of Pentacles? You know what it seems like? Seems like they're going to remind Taurus of somebody else who is really powerful. Now that may or may not be wise. This almost feels like Taurus is going to High Priestess. Okay, this story is going in one of two directions. Either this person that's going to be suddenly approaching Taurus, and I feel like this is upcoming. This hasn't happened yet, but this is somebody who will be approaching Taurus, who comes across as very suave, and it will make Taurus either recognize that they are reminding Taurus of someone else or some almost forgotten memory. Maybe this is a deja vu. The reason I'm saying that the story could go this direction is because we have the High Priestess sideways, which brings in this element of mysticism. And it's like, oh my God, is this like a past life romantic partner that I didn't get to finish things with? And now here they are. Is that why they're so boldly strutting up to me? Like they're going to bag me up? Is that why they come on so, bold? There is something here where Taurus would not normally probably consent to give this person their time, because they would brush this person off like, they're just a knight. They don't have staying power. They're maybe even a little too arrogant for my taste, whatever. Brush them off, ignore them. Yeah, I know, I'm super hot. Not interested. Instead, Taurus chooses to give them some attention, but Taurus themselves is like, God, there's something about this person. Is it that this is actually a really powerful connection? Is this somebody, a past life energy? Why is it that I'm actually drawn to them after all? Oh my. I just don't think this would normally be Taurus's type, is what I'm getting at. Tell me just about the Prince of Wands. Princess of Wands. This is mysterious again. On one hand, I can say, well, we just downgraded them from a prince to a page, but this is Isis standing on the foot of the Sphinx. So this is not actually quite the page's energy after all. This is, maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe this person isn't immature. Maybe this person is highly instinctual, and they're remembering something also, because this is a lot of old mystery, old memories stirring up for them too. Maybe they're like, I don't know why, but I got to go toward that Taurus. And we have the Hermit, and this is our shaman card. This is the wounded healer, and we have like an Inuit, like medicine woman out there pounding on a drum, like kind of like summoning the energies of the universe. There's the North Star above lighting the way. This doesn't look like somebody who's just a player. Or if they were, maybe it's because they've been seeking someone and they didn't know who it was, but they knew that there was somebody out there really special. They've been trying to follow their instinct as well as they could. They've been confident that I'll know the person that I'm looking for when I find them. Yes, this person could be quite the, Don Juan, or quite the lover. They may have, pursued, and they may be very good, very suave, but it could also just be that they come across that way because they're very confident, because they are somebody who's like, I'm following some invisible path, looking for the person that I'm trying to find. And all I know is somehow, some way, working with the flow of the universe, working with the flow of all living creatures. I do feel like they're very sensual. This is a person who has like raw animal magnetism, especially when we couple it with the shaman, simply because shamans, to my limited knowledge, shamanism is, working with the flow of energy in all living things, animals, plants, they're able to connect and communicate with things like that. So this person could have a very animal magnetism to them. but it's also why they trust their instincts. And that might be why they're approaching Taurus, which with such boldness. But now we see Taurus feeling like some kind of a bond here as well. I totally thought Taurus was going to brush this person off. That is how it seemed to me. And this whole story has taken a surprising left turn, which is really exciting, honestly. It's really exciting. But I love it. We've got the Prince of Cups in the reverse. This is, even Taurus is like, it's not like lust at first sight. It's not like Cupid's arrow hit me. There's something else here. I'm drawn to them. And it feels like maybe Taurus is getting sucked into their magnetism, because Taurus is kind of wondering, are they like a magician? And here's the one thing I have to say. In the realm of the 3D, the power couple is the Emperor and the Empress. But in the realm of the 5D, the power couple is the magician paired up with that high priestess. Some people argue that it is the high priestess with the high priest, which would be the card of Taurus, the Hierophant. I don't look at it that way. I always have seen it as the magician with the high priestess, because this is like the masculine. All right. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I know that was buffering there for a second. We should be good now though. But yeah, I don't see Taurus as even confused a little bit. They're like, look, it's not that I'm feeling Cupid's arrow hit me and I'm just, also lusty about them because they look so attractive. It's that it seems like they are stirring up some old memory in me where it almost feels like, is this a past life thing? The elephant talks about memory. It's like something is being awakened in Taurus. Like Taurus has also been looking for somebody like this most of their life. And maybe they're just now recognizing it as well. We have the Devil, though. Taurus is like, or is this trickery? Is this a situation where I'm going to do something out of character for me? I'm going to fall into bed with them because of their raw animal magnetism. Am I telling myself that this is, something more special, but really they're just going to be, so hard for me to resist, and they're just very alluring? It does feel like Taurus is kind of like, I don't know. We have the Death card sideways. I do not think that's what this is. We have the Phoenix rising from the ashes. We have a massive transformation happening for both of them. I'm going to say this is divine counterparts finding each other, but also becoming awakened to the fact that they've been looking for this maybe for lifetimes. This is their second chance to have a love story that maybe they didn't get to have play out in a previous life. They know something is changing for both of them, which is actually quite beautiful. Ace of Pentacles, this feels brand new. This feels like their life begins now. It doesn't mean that they haven't had, very rich lives up until now, but this can be a distinctly different, okay, let me use this as an example. Anyone who's ever traveled through a particular landscape, okay, the United States is massive, right? We have a lot of different, even different looks of different deserts and such, right? The desert of Arizona is very different from the desert of Nevada, which is also different from the desert of California. But if you go through, let's say you're going through Mount Lassen, it's volcanic, you're up on the top of a, old volcano, it's lots of trees, it's very lush and green. Then as you come on down and you head through the Nevada desert, it's completely different landscape. It's like that different. These two may as well have driven into a whole different landscape of their lives. And it doesn't mean that wherever they were previously wasn't good, but it's almost going to be kind of forgotten because they're in a completely different environment now. That's what it's like for these two to have found each other. Their whole lives change. The entire, environment that they're in changes now. This is them being reborn, or this is them finally awakening and recognizing this is my person that I've been looking for. I've had, good lifetimes without them. Up until now, I've still been fine without them, but now I'm in a whole different environment, and this is really exciting. That's how this is coming across. We have a Page of Pentacles. These two are going to have to still start this somewhere, right? Even if, yes, they may wind up having a passionate, intimate connection that could start like almost immediately, way sooner than what Taurus would typically like be open to. But it kind of feels like Taurus and this person have found their divine counterparts and they both know it. And then they do the work of starting to like talk to each other, get to know each other, interact with each other. It feels like this does take some time, to be able to, here's Taurus, here's that Hierophant. Here they are sitting in the classroom with the universe, explaining to them. So you two were supposed to meet. It was the right time for you guys to meet. You've got a big mission to do together. You've got a whole life story to do together. You guys are like in this lifetime, this is your time to really flourish and be like in a great union. So figure out what it is that you're going to build together. This is like the universe is overseeing the fact that Taurus and this person have finally located each other again. These two are getting married. They still have to do the work of like getting to know each other and everything, but that soul contract is here and it's being fulfilled. And they both know it, even though this kind of started out like, no way. There's no way that this could happen so fast. There's no way that this charismatic, sexy person comes strutting right into Taurus, and Taurus is like, well, all right then. But in fact, that is how this goes. In this storyline, it just clicks. They both recognize there is something special here. This is actually the person they've been looking for, both of them, for maybe multiple lifetimes. But the universe does have one message here, which is they're not just like, and then they live happily ever after. They have work to do together. These two could have a very big like soul mission, life mission. We got the King of Pentacles that is sideways. They may both have like a career path or a job or business that will merge together. They will coincide together. They will build or make something. I mean, think about the kinds of companies and businesses around the world that have like changed the face of the world. There's huge international companies. I'll pick like, let's say, any of the original car manufacturers. I mean, that pretty much changed human life as we know it, right? And some of those old companies are still names that we know today. So I'll use that as an example of how would two people that are like soulmates, this isn't just about their romance, even though they get a lovely romance too, but what they'll do together could be things like I said, building a business or something. It's definitely work related, but it's something that they needed to be together to bring into fruition. And it could be stuff that really impacts the world in a very beautiful way. This could have to do with something like ecologically minded, green power sources or reforesting, landscape or, something like that as well. I just say that because it's so earthy. It's so much about pentacles and he's sitting in the forest. But this is really awesome. This is like a dream that hasn't been realized yet. This is work they'll do together. So it's really nice because I feel like Taurus could have a romantic partner, but then they will also get like a partner in life and someone that they will be able to achieve like maybe some really impactful things with. That's beautiful. Oh, James Timmons, great to see you, honey. And Gabrielle, thank you for being here. Hey, Supernova. Ginger Montague, wonderful to see you, honey. Homesick for Hills. Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. That is so timely, for sure. Ginger Montague, I just posted something today in the members corner. Make sure you don't miss that post, okay? Oh, happy birthday, Anne Gabrielle. That is so awesome. Thank you for popping in to share it with us. Hi, Denisa. Enrica, hi. Thanks again, AC. Really nice to see you. All right, you guys. Arts and Tariffs, hi. I will see you guys again in just a few. We are going to go ahead and do the today's topic live as well. All right, bye for right now, guys. Thanks for being here.